In the point system, okay? And the way we got to score points, me and Connor and I are hand fighting here. We're both trying to get each other out of position, get their head down, try to create angles. We're both fighting. The way we score points is you get to a leg, get it up, there's a point, okay? Or if I can get him out of position and make his hands touch the mat, that's a point, 2 points. Or if I can get him off the ground, that's a point. Okay, so we just create a little point system for them, okay? And then it turns into a game where they're trying to score points on each other with this game, but they're developing these position skills, these hand fighting skills, okay? So I'll beat Connor real quick for you. I'll show you how it works. We'll go a little bit here, just so you can score a couple points. You can see how it works. So I got a point. And also, this game also teaches them to stay off their knees. If you get on your knees a lot in college wrestling, you're gonna get in trouble. Okay? So it teaches them to stay off their knees. You can't come in here, start on your knees, you're going to give up a point, okay? In college wrestling, that happens. And as you're coming out of it, you're changing levels, looking for that shot. If it's there, you get it. If not, don't take it. But palm to the ceiling, other palm to the chest, circle out. Knee taps and ankle grabs. Just a little down block. If Connor's in the stance, he's leading that leg, I'm just going to try to tap the back of his knee right there. And all he's going to do is primary defense, his head in his hands defense, he's just going to down block me. Okay, so I'm going to try to touch the back of his knee. Other side. I can't get the back of his knee. Other side. So Connor goes to a knee. He's going to try to get my ankle. You got to teach you guys this stuff. You got to work on this because what happens, the guy changes his position, and this guy, if they're not used to it, they just freeze. They freeze. They freeze, and he's got my ankle. I know this because I used to do low singles and high crotches. That's how I grew up. So I wanted the guys to react to me. Okay, I wanted them to freeze and react. So we created this drill so the guys don't wait and react to somebody who's attacking low or goes to a knee. So now we do the knee taps and ankle grabs. Our ankle grabs, what we're trying to do is get our hands to that guy, not wait and react and let him use his timing and his speed, and his long arms or whatever, to eat my lunch and tear me up. If I sit back and wait, he's going to eat me up. So what you have to do, you got to be able to move lateral. You got to go get your hands on it. Okay, so in Connor wrestling, he drops down to a knee. I got to get my hands down low, get my hands on it. Go to him right away. Okay, you sit and wait. Coach Manning, he calls it, get my hands on him right here. I know if I'm leading my right leg, he's leading his left leg. You know, 99% of the time, what's he going to do? He's going to shoot head inside right here. Okay, or he's going to go head outside over there. Okay, so the thing I need to do is keep him off this single right here. He's probably not going to go head outside with that leg forward. That's going to be awkward. That's going to put him in a weird position. Okay, he's got that leg forward. He's going head inside right here, whether it's a low single, sweep single, knee pull, high single, whatever. He's going head inside right here with that leg forward. Okay, so I go and get my hands on him. I've got to be able to anticipate that. He shoots a shot on me. He shoots a shot on me. Down leg. He shoots a shot on me. Okay, and he goes right leg lead. I can dictate to him too by my stance, but I'll just stay kind of square so I can down block my high crotches. I'll get my hands on him. Now we're just going to down block a high crotch. He shoots. Okay, so you want to, if you're leading your right leg, you actually want to protect your right leg with this left hand. Okay, you want to down block here. Okay, and you can protect it here too, but once you get in there, you know he's coming high crotch. This hand, going to down block, cross down block. We like that one a lot. Okay, so you got your down blocks with your hands on, singles, high crotches, and then we just kind of build on that. And then we go from that, we go into down block reshot. High on me, shoot a high crotch over here. He's going to shoot a high crotch over here. I've got an inside tie on Connor, right? I've got my right leg forward. I know he's coming with a high crotch or a double over there. He can't shoot a single back there. And if your guys are doing that, tell them to stop. They're wasting their time trying to get that back leg. They're getting themselves out of position. Okay? My guys do it all the time. It drives me nuts. What are you doing all back there, Connor? So you gotta drill this stuff. You gotta drill to the leg that you're gonna attack, which is the lead leg. Don't drill back there. If you don't get there, you're gonna be way out of position. Okay, so attack this lead leg right here. So I know he's gonna attack my lead leg. I've got an inside tie right here trying to block this hand when he shoots. But he's gonna go inside and come right to the high crouch, okay? So what I'm gonna do, one of our favorite down blocks, is the down block with my head and hands. He shoots through there. He's gonna float back, pass that elbow, and create that angle for a re-attack. Okay? So we're gonna down block reshot his high crouch. Okay? So I'm in here inside. I want him to shoot right now. I'm pulling his head down here. I got inside tie. I want him to shoot right now. I'm baiting him to shoot. Okay, so if he shoots on me, I'm just gonna pass it. Right there's the angle. You can break chain double him. You can high crouch him. Just get back into his legs right there. Down block reshot. Coach Manning's drills a lot of secondary defense. You know, not just head and hands out front, but when you get into the legs, he's really good there. So we work a lot of that, and I just call it drill matches. We do defensive drill matches. So if I want to work, well, let's say a high crouch. Connor's going to shoot a high crouch on me. We just work on we work on high crouch defense. Okay. As the offensive guy, he wants hips in, he wants his head up, he wants to be coming into me, right? As a defensive guy, what I want to do is the opposite. I want to get his head down. I want to keep my hand right here between me and my opponent and go back to his rib cage or his stomach. Take my knee over my toe and defend. Hips in, legs back. Be ready to score. So we do our high crouch defense there. High crouch defense. And then we do single leg defense. He shoots a single. He's wanting to get the corner, right? He's wanting to drive into me and get the corner. What I got to do is get his head down, get my hips square, take my knee over my toe, get my hips square. Once I get square and I start getting my legs back, I turn it into points. That's a big focus of Coach Manning, Coach Bates too. They weren't just defending, they were turning the defense into points. Okay, we're scoring points with our defense. So put that pressure on them. They make a mistake, turn it. A couple things you got to do. Have this hand in between you and him right here. So my hand's under here, right here, fighting him off. Just like on my high crouch with my feet, my hand is right in here. Okay. I'm keeping his hips away a little bit right there. He's into me. I got this back foot right here. It's got to be under my butt here. Okay, and I want to try to keep my feet as close together as possible. But my foot's got to be under my butt. If my foot's out here like this, go. He's just got to get over that foot. Any way he can get over that foot, he's going to beat me. So that foot, this foot is real key right here. You can't have this foot here. And you'll see him working in practice all the time. The foot's up there, they're going to get beat. This foot has got to be back here. Okay, this has got to be under here, nice and tight. You're going to try to battle him. This hand right here, you got to be careful with it. What I try to do is just forearm down into his, right there, just kind of collapse his shoulder. Because if you reach in here, like guys will hook it, then if you get it hooked, you know it's going to be a tussle. It's going to be a scramble that you don't have to have. So if you feel him hooking it, hook it, pull it up. Don't keep it down there. And try to keep it right above his shoulder right there. Okay. And then just going to keep some pressure in here. Wrestle. Don't panic here. And when you get a second, or you get a chance to just bump him a little bit, that'll allow you to get your hips back up. You're going to use this foot to drive. You can even kick with this leg right here if you want to, and just lock your hands right here, bump him off, get your hips back up. Okay, so we gotta work on that. This is a trouble spot for us. What we work on here is the first thing we want to do is get our outside hand on top when we attack that single and come up with it. Okay, we attack the single and come up with it. We want our outside hand. This is my outside hand on top. Because if it's not, I've got a good setup, I got a good shot, I got into his leg, I started coming up with it, and I had the wrong hand on top. That's what's going to happen. He's going to find my hands before I get to my feet if he's good. By the time I get to my feet, he's going to separate them. So you've got to have your outside hand on top. Okay? So you're in there, boom, boom, you're here. That way if he goes to find my hands, that's not going to get me. I got it here. Okay? Now once they get to their feet, they're just really sloppy, and they don't have good technique here. They just have a lot of trouble finishing from here. Okay, so some of the things we try to teach them here is they get up to that single. First thing I look for is the whizzer the guy has on me. Connor, you know, they seem to have a lot of trouble with the deep whizzer there. Okay, that really gives them trouble. So all we teach them when they get a deep whizzer is, my knee is basically holding him up right now. See that? And he's whizzing me hard. My knee's kind of holding him up. All I'm going to do is move my foot and set him on his butt. Okay? So I'm just going to step back. His whizzer, the way he's hanging on, is going to set him on his butt. Okay? So what you got to get them to understand, don't force that. Don't force that. If they try to do that, and the guy goes loose on his whizzer, go loose, and he don't fall down. Then what happens? They keep going. They end up down here, right? So what they have to learn is don't force that position. Take what he's giving you. Try to set him on his butt. If he's got a deep whizzer, he's going to fall. If he doesn't have a deep whizzer, he's going to balance, and you got to change it up to something else. Okay? So we work this single finish a lot. We're in here. He gets a whizzer. Just get used to moving him around, moving your feet. Let him have, I call them concrete feet. Their feet are in concrete. They can't move. They're stuck right here. No concrete feet. We got to move our feet. We're here. We're circling. Bumping. He goes deep whizzer. Set him on his butt. Return to the mat. We do a return to the mat drill where he's returning me the whole time. I get up, he's down. He puts me down. So we got to just teach him a little technique there. First thing you're looking to do, especially these days, you got to stick him in the mat. There's a spot there. You got to stick him in that mat. If you pull him down or drag him down, it's going to lead to a scramble, and it's not going to be good. Okay, we don't have to force that scramble there. We don't have to create that. We can lift him, get to the side, lift him. That's why we do all our power cleans. That's why we do our squats. That's why we're doing all this lifting. We got to have the power to at least lift our own body weight, right? So we got to be able to do it 5, 10, 15 times. So we need to get over there, lift him up, bump with our hips, block with the knee in the front once he gets in the air, put him to the mat, trap a wrist. Okay? Got to lift him up and put him down. That's our primary return right there. Up, put him down. Connor or somebody like Nick Carr is to go to a spiral on the whistle and keep your hands real high. Keep your pressure and your hands real high. That way, when we go here, and he starts coming to his feet, he's up, but look where my hands are. He can't separate my hands. I'm just going to come on up. I'm just going to lock my hands, get ready to return. Okay? If you keep your hands low, go down, stand up, and he gets your hand, he's out. But I know he's standing up. I know he's standing up. So go. I'll start on my double leg side. Say if I like my right ear on the outside hip right here, then I'll just start on the top guy with my head right here, my ear down, and that way when he stands up, I'm in perfect position to chase double. And this, I've seen this right here, this technique break a lot of guys. If they stand up, you chase double, you end up landing on the edge of the mat because you drove him across, knock him down the edge, he gets out, new start, chase double again, put him down. You do that 2 or 3 times, when he lands on the edge of the mat, he starts to land like this instead of bouncing back up. So we do this chase double a lot. Connor stands up, go. Edge of the mat, we're getting right time, we're both up. Down, go back to the center. Here, right here, he stands up. He's over here, this is my inside leg. So I'm going to stand up with this inside leg and seal him off here. So that's what we want to work with these guys. And not so much standing up. If they just stand up forward, he's probably going to smash them down. We try to work on standing back. So standing back. Stand back, inside leg up, seal him off right here. We're pushing back into him. We get control here. I'm sealing him off here. We're going to our feet. And now once we get to our feet, there's a couple things that are going to happen. You got to be careful. Don't let him trap your wrist right there. If he grabs your wrist, you're in trouble. Okay? So you've got to seal him off here. And that's what's going to happen. He's either going to go over the top like that, or he's going to come underneath and try to trap your wrist. So you keep him out of your space here. If he goes over the top, that's great. That's fine. Look at that big hole between his elbow and his hip. There's a huge hole there. All I'm going to do is just disappear through that hole, and I'm out. Change him over, and get to your feet. It just causes a little distraction, just throws them off a little. Most guys want to squeeze you here and chop you here and ride tough on that hip on the right side. You know, put him on the other side if he's not comfortable. As he's recovering, get to your feet, feet away. Okay. So I force him back into a crab ride right here. So here. And back to that rule that we have, get him out of our space. Okay, let's say he's in here. We got to get him out of our space, and we can beat this crab ride. Okay? So, and the thing is, all I got to do is really beat one of his hands. I don't have to get them both out of there. All I got to do is get one of them. So I'm going to go here and grab his fingers, and I'm going to fight with my elbows. Boom, boom. Now, if Connor can ride me with one hand, he's going to beat me anyways. It's over. Okay, so he shouldn't be able to ride me with one hand. So I'm going to get one of his hands out of my space, and then I'm going to sink my hips. Okay? I'm going to go here, and the key is to beat these hands and fight with your elbows without giving up your wrist. If you go here and you trap your elbow, that's no good. So you try to trap my wrist. You've got to fight with your elbows without giving up your wrist. Okay, so once you do that, you beat a hand, you get him out of your space. Boom, you sink your hips. Now you're out. You can't
put my cup right on top of the shoulder, and I'm kind of karate chopping down at that shoulder joint, okay? I'm bringing my arm into me so it's tight. There's no space for him to move. Okay, I've got that underhook. I'm here, and it's high. He's usually going to have his head right here, right there in that position. Okay, that's fine with me because I'm putting my head on this side anyway. What I'm doing is I'm leading my left foot, my trip foot. I'm leading that foot hard. I'm leaning into him here. Okay, I'm on his left side, jacking that underhook up. All right, like I said, leading that foot, and I don't move that foot. Once I know I'm ready to trip, I leave that foot where it is. I take this hand. I can go there, or I can go to a collar tie. I prefer here. Take my middle finger and I put it right in his armpit. Okay, I pull that leg over my trip leg. Instead of chasing it, getting out of position and reaching, I just bring it to me. Right there. Okay, my chest is high, my back leg is ready to drive. When I'm ready to go, I take a little. My chest is high, I'm pushing off my back leg. Okay, look how deep my front leg is now. All I got to do is slip it in there. Take a little curl hop. Slip it in. This, getting them up tall. All right, pull them in again. Leave that foot where it's at. He can't attack me with his hand. That's the beauty of 2-on-1. That's why that's so powerful. He can't reach down with his leg, this hand, and attack me. Okay, so I've got it here. It's in my chest. It's high. This back elbow is high. Not down here. The back elbow is really high. Bring him into me. Now same thing. That little toe up, high up in his knee pit. And I'm sagging. Right there.